Hi guys, welcome back. It's been about 2 weeks. I've actually been making videos. The problem is I just literally I get home and I'm just too damn tired to do anything. And then by the time I get up the next day, I don't have enough time to do anything. I've been at my job for going on about 3 weeks now, and since I've been on the floor by myself, it's gone from your basic training hours to we're going to pump as many hours out of you as we possibly can, which I'm not going to object against that. That is amazing that I'm actually getting almost close to 40 hours, if not going overtime each week, just alone by, you know, being in the middle of a pandemic and especially being as a server. But it turns out that I stepped into this place right at a turnaround where a lot of people quit and a lot of people got transferred, so on and so forth. Yeah, I get it, Nimmers. And then, see, he agrees too. But he misses me because I haven't been home really at all. My hours range from roughly about 4 in the afternoon, being at work until midnight to 2 a.m., depending upon the day. Now, since I live a little over 5 miles from home and I ride a bike due to traffic, I have to leave for home about an hour to a little over an hour before I have to be on shift anyway. So that way I can make it on time. And then on top of that, after I'm off shift, I still got to pedal all the way back. It's a little easier on the way back because there's less traffic, but it's still nonetheless, it sucks after a while. And this weekend was a true testament to that. I pulled Friday to 4 in the afternoon till after midnight. Didn't make it home till after 2 a.m. Oh, excuse me, I was fighting a burp there from a soda I drank earlier. And then, well, this past Saturday and Sunday were both open to close doubles. That means I was running from Saturday was 12:30 in the afternoon until 2 a.m. straight. That's 15 hours of solid moving, no breaks, no sitting down, no nothing. It was just constant go. So, and then on top of that, I still had to pedal back. Got my way home and sat down to relax and realized I can't bend the toes of my right foot. Literally, my foot had been stationary in a position for so long, just bending in one direction, that the muscles had just been like, nope, we're tightening up. And the particular problem with that foot is roughly about 20 years ago, I actually snapped it in about 7 different places and then multiple fractures right around the ankle area. And me being me and being stupid, didn't treat it properly. I did have a cast on it and did see a hospital, all that, but I didn't walk on it when they told me that I should, things of that nature. So it didn't quite heal right. So instead of healing like this, it kind of healed like this. And so the whole top bridge of my foot kind of looks like this if you look at the x-rays. And I don't know if that's changed over the years since it's been roughly about 20 years or not. But anyway, I'm learning the hard way that when you go 15 hours straight on your feet, yeah, when you start getting into your 40s, it hurts a little bit. Wasn't so bad, but now it's starting to get there to where it's just like, oh. And even still today, when I got home yesterday, I couldn't even bend my toes at work yesterday. I did take a little bit over, I'd say a little bit over almost an hour, about roughly about an hour and a half break. I had the option for 2 hours, but I took a small nap and I needed to let my feet relax. It was too much. They were literally just starting to pulse, and it was just too much. So I'm going to start talking to the manager that's in charge of the schedule, and I've already recreated a schedule that would work for me, and so hopefully it works for him too. So that way, not only I can make more time to make these videos, I can sit down, relax, learn a bit more. Like I mentioned in a video that I haven't published, I've actually been learning to inlay video within video, so that way you're not just sitting here talking back and forth. I can actually be like, hey, this is what happened. Look at this here video, things like that. And here, the links are below. So that way I can add more to these videos as well, because it's making these videos is still important to me, as well as the gaming channel that I developed. But now that I've got this job, and we had 3 more people quit last week that just walked out. One of them didn't even bother walking out. She just sent an email. But so got a lot more hours on my hands. Today just happens to be one day off that I get, and then I go back in tomorrow. But then I'll have a little bit more time on my hands, but not by much, because then I'm back on the same morning to close schedule for, Saturday and Sunday for this coming week as well. I'm going to be hurting. Now, with that, I also want to discuss something that's very important because it's the whole reason why this channel was started. It's one of the reasons why, I should say. And there was a couple of people that I was gaming with the other night, and I won't disclose names, but you know who you are. And they didn't say anything, but I'm hoping I didn't disappoint anybody. But in the long story short, one of my customers the other night, a few nights ago, decided not only to tip me in money, but tip me in weed. Not a lot, not a lot, just like 2-3 grams, very small. I mean, just like a nugget type of thing. And it threw me off. He'd been drinking for a couple of hours, just casually, not heavily drinking, just sitting there watching a game, and we were chit chatting back and forth. We were having a good old time. He was a really good guy. I didn't expect this portion of it. Now, don't worry. It's not like I carried it on me all day or anything. No, this is one of my very last tables of the evening, and the gist of the idea is kind of everybody knows what everybody does around the area, just it's kind of not spoken of. So, and even when it's not spoken of, I'm talking about you can come in smelling like a brand new car freshener, and nobody's going to seem to give a shit, I guess, as long as you have the seniority and the personality, which I'm not going to push that since I'm the new guy. But anyway, getting off track. Long story short is I was kind of surprised by it, took him by it, but I didn't throw it out. To be honest with you, I brought it home, and I was hurting so much that I smoked a little bit. I smoked basically like 1 to 2 hits while I was playing some video games with some friends, and it was nice to relax for a while. Think like my back didn't hurt for a while, things like that nature. Um, but I know this channel is all about Jay's recovery, things of that nature, and for some people, smoking weed, can be, a sobriety breaker, which yes, technically it is. But I created this channel for my alcoholism, not because of whether I smoked weed or not. And I'm not going to say I'm going back. I'm not. I have no interest in it. Personally, I don't even have the money for it right now. I'd prefer to keep the roof over my head and be able to buy more equipment to make better videos, as well as bring the care to my animals that they deserve. And so, uh, I will say that last night, after pulling 2 days of doubles, I hurt so bad. My ex-wife, helped me out so much, and I'll get into that in a minute. But I did finish up the last of it last night while she slept, and she did stay the night. And the reason for that being is because I don't know, I haven't published a video stating it yet, I don't believe, but I bought myself a brand new bike to get home, to get back and forth, so that way I'm not paying Lyft all the time, $12 or a pop, or I'm not paying $3 a day to ride the metro for maybe once a day, things like that. So that's going to save me a good amount, almost $20 a day, roughly. And so I bought a brand new bike, bought the bike, all the accessories, pumps, uh, carrying tools, lighting for the bike as well. So that way I have a headlight, tail light with multiple functions, with lumens that actually project everything out there. In total, everything was roughly about $209. The bike itself was about $100. The rest of accessories with the pumps and everything like that I carry with me is was an extra $100. But here's the funny part: is so I'm carrying all this stuff with me, and I've got all this stuff on my back set for pretty much any occasion that I've got, except for, well, cold front came in last night and I didn't have a hoodie, so it was a little cold, but oh well, I can deal with that. It's only a 29-minute ride, give or take, probably a little longer. But so, well, I end up being less than 3 miles away from home, and my back tire completely just blows out. And so I'm like, shit. And now I don't have tools on me that can even take this tire off. I'm like, God damn it. So I have to call my poor ex-wife at roughly almost 1 in the morning and have her come pick me up while I sat out in 40-degree weather in a t-shirt next to a Jack-in-the-Box for a little over half an hour. But so she ended up staying the night because she had work in the morning, and there was no point in trucking almost 20 minutes to me and then 20 minutes back. And so, but I'm sure she knew when she woke up, and I mean, I'm sure she probably smelled in the house. But I want you guys to know, and I'm always going to be truthful with you guys, that if you want to count it as a minor setback, that's your opinion. I personally don't. It's never something that I've craved, or it's just like, if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. It's kind of one of those things. And this happened to be just right in a situation where I was overly stressed due to work, overly stressed due to just life in general, as well as I've been busting my ass at work literally every day. For some of these people around me, I'm twice their age. And some of them, I'm not that good of a server. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm bad, but I'm not like top notch. I can't take on half the dining room and be okay with it, and handle it and have everything in flow. No, I'm going to need help. And those that have helped me have got there. I've thanked them quite well and things of that nature. Basically, just saying things. Don't think anything of it. Um, but there's been some people that helped me. But I can hold my own. But when you're pulling over 40 hours in roughly 4 days, and it takes a toll on you. I don't care what age you are. It can take a toll on you. And so honestly, I needed to relax. And plus, anybody who knows me, when I've been working and I bust my ass, I don't come home and I don't just sit down and be like, and out. Every now and then it does periodically happen, but it's very rare. Normally I come home and then by that time I'm awake, and next thing you know, it's 3 hours later and I'm like, shit, I should be asleep. So that was another reason. I was like, well, I'll take a little bit of a hit, enjoy a little bit of a video game, go to bed, things like that. Well, I didn't end up going to bed until almost 8 a.m. the next morning, but that was also because I got sidetracked in conversations. I had nothing to do with the smoking or anything. But so far, every time that I've come home, which has only been, well, last night was the last night, so that was the third day in a row. But every time I've come home, smoked, relaxed, I've been out in roughly about an hour, hour and a half, and that's with eating, sitting, relaxing, watching TV, and making sure that my feet are okay for the next day. Because, like I said, it sucks when you realize that you can't even bend your toes properly because your feet are starting to swell. But I'm sure I'm not alone on this. I'm sure many of you who've seen this video will completely understand. But yeah, I just wanted to catch everybody up. I still have plans on making the videos better. I still have other plans. I'm going to readjust my schedule so that way I can organize a better schedule, essentially, so everything's not like this day, every other day. Because I've been making videos, but the problem is I just haven't had time to go through, edit them, publish them, things of that nature. And then the last one that I just filmed the other day, it came out relatively flawless, and when I went to go back and review it, there was some kind of background audio issue. So I'm like, son of a bitch. So here I am doing it again a couple of days later. I will get this one uploaded by the end of the day. But I wanted to thank all of you who's been keeping up with watching these videos. Thank you so much for those subscribed. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do. I know it doesn't take much for you guys. Just hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, because they're little clicks to you, but they mean a lot to me, and they will help this channel grow, and especially with the more effort I put into it. So thank you all for watching. I hope to make another video here within another day or so. Maybe I'll have some news popped in there. Maybe I'll have some extra little effects. I don't know. It's just a progression thing. But hope to see you all soon. Bye.